We don't need to have elections and we don't need to have trials. We can figure it out all ahead of time. This is going to be one of the craziest reports, most alarming reports I've ever done, and you've got to stick through this to the end. I've got 4 parts in this involving Engoron, James, Peppermint Patty, and also Klaus Schwab, a video that will absolutely blow your mind. Welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. So here's the deal. Judge Engoron was out there the other day parading around, talking to the media. I've never seen a judge talk to the media, ham it up for the media so bad in all my life. Engoron went on to insult every expert witness the Trump team brought up in front of him, which is only going to make this case easier to dismiss in the future. He basically said that their testimony meant nothing. And he said a lie is still a lie. A valuation can be based on different criteria and analyzed in different ways, but a lie is still a lie. So, in other words, the false valuation of Mar-a-Lago, that's real, but the real valuation of Mar-a-Lago is false. You got to do some real mental gymnastics here, people, to get inside these people's minds. Letting go of all expert witness testimony in the case because it doesn't matter, because Judge Engoron has made up his mind. And to prove that Judge Engoron had made up his mind beforehand and this case will be tossed in a subsequent appeal, watch this clip from Letitia James.
Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump did engage in years of significant financial fraud we uncovered.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Neil, that's a perversion of the justice system. You can't have a judge deciding a case before the case actually goes to trial. And not only that, it wasn't a slip of her tongue because the transcript is right there in the video. She posted this, people. She posted it. But you need to understand how they get there in their mind. And to understand that, you need to watch this.
Liz Cheney's been talking about that I am also obsessed with is kind of what damage he could do within government without even necessarily breaking the law. Like how he could use the levers of government to bend to his will. You've worked in government. What scares you the most?
There's something in the White House called the Doomsday Book. And for the first time, DHS gave authorization for me to mention this publicly. And the fact that there are concerns that that book, which is supposed to be used to protect the country in instances of armed foreign invasion or rebellion, it's the president's most extraordinary powers, could be picked up by Trump and used for domestic political purposes. He could invoke powers we've never heard a president of the United States invoke, potentially to shut down companies or turn off the internet or deploy the U.S. military on U.S. soil.
I mean, Miles, the Doomsday Book, I think it's safe to say we don't want in Donald Trump's hands.
See, when you believe that Donald Trump is the greatest threat to democracy, or if you're just willing to parrot that point, you realize that nothing else matters. However you get rid of him, that's okay. It's okay. And to show you just how bad it's getting, you're not going to believe this next clip from Klaus Schwab.
The technology now is, and digital technologies mainly have an analytical power. Now we go into a predictive power, and we have seen the first examples, and your company very much involved into it. But then the next step could be to go into a prescriptive mode, which means you do not even have to have elections anymore because you can already predict, and afterwards you can say, why do we need elections? Because we know what the result will be.
See, we don't even have to have elections anymore, people. The outcomes are already predicted. We know ahead of time. We use computer algorithms. The computer tells us all. You do not matter. So keep your chin up, keep the faith, hold the line, and get some products from MyPillow. That's right, MyPillow.com, promo code Lumberjack for big, big savings, folks. Go check them out. Peace out.